Alright, so I'm going to show you how to create that blur effect on the footage you just saw. I haven't actually edited the footage that you just saw yet because I'm going to create it right here. In Adobe Premiere Pro 2022, I'm sure it works with older versions as well, but it's actually very easy to do. It only takes a couple seconds. It may take a little while to perfect, but it's very easy to learn. So what I've already done, I've taken the clip that you saw and I've split it into three. For the first two, this first one and this last one, I don't want the blur effect. This middle one, I do want the blur effect. So I've already split it up accordingly. I know exactly where I need the blur. So basically, we're going to go to our clip that we want the blur on. You may want it for the whole thing or whatever. It's so easy to find. Just make sure you're in effect controls. You may have to go up here. You may have to go to view. You have to add some stuff up here, but just go to effect controls, and then under effects, just search the word blur. The one we want right here is this Gaussian blur. Go ahead, take it, and then you just want to drag it on top of the video clip that you want to put a blur on. So we've done that. That's cool. And now what we want to do is go to the very beginning of the clip, like just as it starts, where the subject's face isn't going to change. And it doesn't just have to be a face. Like, you can blur out logos, you can blur out objects, anything that you might want to blur out, you can do. It's super easy. So make sure you just go right to the very beginning of the clip where you want to blur it out. So then that's when we are going to click this circle over here, and that is going to create what you see as mask 1. So then, and you can add as many of these masks as you want. Well, I'm sure there's a limit, but you can add plenty. So then that's where you just get this circle. If a square would work better, you could do that too, or you could create a custom one. And basically, you just need to resize this circle or oval however you want to get it to just blur out the face and nothing else. So maybe if you have like if you're in public and people's faces don't want to be in the video, there's so many uses for this. So then once you do that, once you put it exactly where you want it, that's when you need to go and change the blurriness. So right now, if we were to apply this effect, nothing would happen because we don't have any blurriness level. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it to 50%. That'll blur it by 50%, but you can put in any number in there that you want to make it however blurry you want. So we're going to put that at 50%. Then you see this right arrow right here. We are going to click track selected mask forward. So what this is going to do, it may take a little bit of time depending on how long the video clip is. It'll also depend on how much your subject is moving. It is going to actually apply this motion blur effect, and it's going to track the movement of the face. So what's really cool is that this is some really, cool, decent, somewhat advanced technology that Adobe has created, and I'm sure you can do this in pretty much any half-decent video editor. You don't need After Effects or anything. It's cool, you can just do it in Premiere Pro. But yeah, it's pretty cool technology. It is actually going to take this blur and it is going to follow it around wherever the subject moves or whatever the logo is. It's pretty advanced technology, and it's super easy to do in Premiere Pro. So it should be just about done. We'll wait for it to go and make sure that it worked. So now it has applied it, and now we can see that if we scroll through the footage, the blur actually follows my head wherever I go. So let's go ahead and play that footage back briefly just to make sure that it looks right. And look at that. You can see that wherever I move, that blur is going to follow me. And like I said before, you can change the opacity of the blur. If you only wanted a tiny bit blurred, you could do like 25, or if you want it super blurred, you could do like 200. It really is that easy. And you can put, you see these masks over here, you can put, like I was saying, you can put as much of these in as you want. If I wanted to blur out my dog, I could literally just click the circle again. I could draw another one over the dog, and you could do that as much as you want, because chances are you'll probably have more than one subject in your frame. And just like that, you have learned how to create motion blur for people or any subject or any object you want. When you apply it, Adobe automatically knows what it has to follow. So I just thought that was really cool tutorial that I would share with you guys today. It's super easy to do. You don't need any extra expensive software. You don't need After Effects or anything. You can do it right here in Premiere Pro. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, guys, that is how I edited the footage that you saw at the beginning of this video. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more. Let me know what kind of content you want me to do in the comments, and I will see you next time.